Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Fiona Pinto and I'm an emergency medicine physician in Toronto, Ontario. COVID-19 has completely changed our lives. It has impacted all aspects, from our work to our personal lives to even our sources of leisure. As a frontline healthcare worker at one of the hardest hit regions in Ontario, needless to say, I've seen a lot. However, there's end in sight. With the development of the new vaccines, we now have hope. My goal through these videos is to help answer some of the questions you may have about the virus and the vaccines. So first things first, what are the vaccines available and how do they work? In Canada, we have the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine. These are new types called mRNA vaccines. Now, how they differ from traditional vaccines is that typically with a normal vaccine, they inject a piece of a virus in you, which stimulates an immune response. And that's how our body recognizes the virus to fight it off. In the case of the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, it's a little bit different. There's no actual virus that's injected in you. Instead, there's a small particle called an mRNA, which acts like a blueprint, which teaches our body how to recognize coronavirus and how to fight it off when we're exposed. So, to go into a little bit more detail, what happens is when we get the vaccine, it injects a small piece of this mRNA, which then enters our cells. Our cells recognize this mRNA. It treats it like an instruction manual, a blueprint, which then they use to create these structures called spike proteins. These spike proteins are the little red things that you see on the outside of the coronavirus pictures that you see everywhere. So what happens now is that our body recognizes these structures, these spike proteins, as something foreign, something that's not supposed to be there. It develops antibodies, which acts like our own fighter cells, our own army, which protects our body. Once enough of these antibodies are generated, then we are considered immune. So when we are exposed to coronavirus at that point, we're able to fight it off. So there are a couple of important things to know about the way they work. One, there is no DNA that's injected in us. There's no coronavirus that's injected in us. So you will not get coronavirus by getting the vaccine. Two, it relies on our own immune system to actually protect us. The vaccine teaches our body how to recognize coronavirus. It's not a cure. It doesn't fight it itself. So it takes time for the vaccine to work, and it also relies on our own system. So each person may respond differently. So why this is important is because the vaccine doesn't work right away. It takes a couple of weeks. In the case of Pfizer vaccine, it takes at least 2 weeks before you even start to see a difference between those who are vaccinated and not vaccinated. So therefore, you need to get both doses before you're considered immune, before the vaccine actually works. So today, what did we talk about? One, the new vaccines available in Canada, the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, they're mRNA vaccines, which means that there's no part of coronavirus that's actually in you. They teach our body how to recognize the virus. They take time for it to work, and they rely on our own immune system. So until you get both the doses, you still need to continue practice physical distancing and wear your mask. Thank you. Have a good day.